Hello student, I am Sonush Karma. Today I am going to perform an experiment where we are going to find out the Young modulus of wooden stick by using the strain gauge. So first of all I am going to introduce you what are the operators we are going to use. So this is the first one. This is the constant current source which has two modes, 10 milliampere and 20 milliampere. Here we are going to use 10 milliampere, and this is a digital microvoltmeter. In short we call it a DPM. So why we are using digital microvoltmeter? Because here change in the resistance is very small. So voltage drop will be also very less. That's why we are using here digital microvoltmeter. So it has two knobs. One is the zero adjustment knob. So by using this knob we can make DPM reading 0, and this is the other right side knob, which is a voltage selector knob. So here we can select the voltage range, whether we want to see the voltage in the millivolt or volt multiple of 10 volt, 100 volt, or 1000 volt. For this measurement we are going to use the voltage selector knob should be at 1 millivolt. And third one is this circuit board. This is a homemade circuit board. So here we are going to make Wheatstone bridge. So here this Wheatstone bridge consists 4 arms of resistance. So these 2 arms will be connected to the strain gauge that I will show later, and this is constant one, and this is also constant, and these 2 will be connected to the variable resistance box to make the Wheatstone bridge in the balance condition. So this is our variable resistance box. So it has 4 knobs. So extreme right one is the multiple of 10. When you want to change resistance in a large amount, so we can use this knob. Then if you want to change the small amount of resistance, we can use this knob, and similarly subsequently we can go up to 0.01. Then these are the slotted weights. Each weight has 50 gram weight. So these 5 weights we are going to use. So this is a set of 5 weights, and these are the connecting wire we are going to use to make a Wheatstone bridge here. And this is the wooden stick, half-meter wooden stick, whose Young modulus we are going to find it out. So what we have done is we have attached 2 strain gauges here, top and bottom. So this strain gauge is nothing but a transducer which is made of very thin metallic wires. So when external force is applied in this, the resistance of the wire will change. So corresponding to that particular strain, the resistance wire will be changed. If we keep increasing the weight, so this due to bending and all, resistance of wire will keep changing. So that's what this small change in the resistance will be measured by using the Wheatstone bridge. So that connection I will show here, how to make connection. So this Wheatstone bridge is nothing but it consists of 4 resistance. So, and one diagonal will be connected to the current source, and other diagonal will be connected to the voltage source. So if this R1 upon R2 equal to the R4 upon R3, then voltage across this bridge will be 0. That condition is called this Wheatstone bridge is in the balance condition. Now, if somehow this any resistance will change, then this condition will be violated, and we will observe non-zero voltage across this bridge. So what we will do is here, since strain is sensitive to the resistance, so we will remove R4 and R3, and here we will put strain gauge. So this is our circuit diagram. So we replaced R3 and R4 by the strain gauge, and we fixed the R1 100 and R2 82. So here there is a variable resistance. So this resistance will be used to make this Wheatstone bridge in the balance condition before loading the weight. So now I will show how to connect the circuit according to this diagram. So here you can see that this will be connected to the top strain gauge, this will be connected to the bottom strain gauge. This is the P value, this 100, and this is the 82 constant, and these two terminal will be connected to the variable resistance box. So now connection, you can see how, I will show you how to connect the circuit. So this is the top one, and this is the bottom one. So I will connect one by one. So these two arms are connected with the these two arms are connected with the strain gauge. Now this will be connected to the variable resistance box. This is the variable resistance box. So all arms are connected now. So one diagonal will be connected to the constant current source, and this diagonal will be connected to the DPM. So this is the DPM and this is the constant current source. So this is the constant current source going to this diagonal. So and this diagonal will go to DPM. So now we can see that this diagonal is connected to the DPM, and this diagonal is connected to the constant current source. So this is how we made our Wheatstone bridge, and we are ready for the measurement. So first of all, we start power supply. And we see our connections are correct or not. So it will show value around 0. If it is not 0, we can use 0 adjustable knob and make it 0. So this is 0 now. So it means our connections are correct. Now we'll turn on this power supply, constant current. So it is showing overload. It means that value is not in millivolt. This value is in volts. So we will change this voltage range selector until unless it will show some reading. So now we can see the reading. So we'll make this 0 by using this variable resistance box and make it 0. By adjusting these knobs, we made the DPM reading 0. It means now our Wheatstone bridge in balance condition. So now we can start loading the weight. So I will take this 50 gram weight first. and this is the hanger, so where I will load this 50 gram weight. So this weight will induce strain in the wire, so that wire resistance will change. So that resistance, if is changing, then it means that Wheatstone balance condition is broken and it is violated. So this voltage across the bridge will be observed. That voltage can be seen in this DPM. So corresponding to 50 gram, this is the 0.122 millivolt reading. So this reading can be noted. So this reading can be noted like M is equal to 50 gram. The reading is like 1.23 millivolt. When there was no mass, the reading was like 0.001 millivolt. Similarly, that other mass can be loaded. So this is the second weight. So I am putting here this second weight, and corresponding change in the voltage can be seen in the DPM. So this, for the second mass, the DPM reading is 0.244 millivolt. So this is for 50 gram. So this is, each M is 50 gram, so 2 M will be 100 gram. So for 100 gram, this DPM voltage will be 245 millivolt. In same fashion, we can load other weight also, and corresponding voltage across the bridge can be seen in the DPM. So now for the third mass, the DPM reading is 0.362. So this is the now 150 gram, and for 150 gram the reading can be seen here 363 millivolt. Furthermore, fourth weight loaded over the other loads, and corresponding change in the voltage again can be seen in the DPM. Now the DPM voltage is 0.484 millivolt. So 484 millivolt for the 250 gram weight. The last one is the 50 gram again. So total weight is now over this hanger is 250 gram, and corresponding to that 250 gram, the voltage across the bridge is 0.608 millivolt. So after that we can unload one by one, and we will observe the change in the corresponding voltage also. So DPM reading will reduce. That reading also we have to load in the table. That is the unload one. So unload one will start from here. So this is how much? 0.477, and this will keep same only. Again similar fashion we will unload, and it will come like 0.059. Similarly one by one I will unload, keep unloading, and keep noting the reading. 0.244, and then again one more. The reading is then coming 1.22. The last one also, and reading is coming around 0.002. So now this reading for loading and unloading is there. So we can take the average for this loading and unloading, and we can add by 2. So corresponding to this one, like 001 plus 002 by 2. So this will come like 0.015. Similarly we can add these two. and you can find out the other voltage. Then V3 will come, then V4 will come, then V5 will come, like that all the reading will come. Then what we have to do is, we have to take one graph sheet. There will be x-axis and y-axis. We will take x-axis. The x-axis will take mass. So that mass will be in gram. Here we will take voltage. That will be in millivolt. And corresponding these voltage and mass, we will plot it here. Like for zero mass, voltage will be around 0. Like similar fashion it will form. And if you put this scale, it will finally, some points will come over the line, some point will away from the line. That is called least square fit. Then we can take any 2 points and find out the slope. So this is like x1 y1 and x2 y2. There is a formula for finding out the slope. So that will be the y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. That value will be like dV by m. So now we will plug this slope value over this formula. So where this G value is constant 9.8, L is the length between the midpoint of the strain gauge to the point of hanging. Lambda is the constant value, which is the 2.1. R is also constant, which is 121.